What up, Sidekicks Nation? It's Mr. Cabrera. I hope that you guys are having an amazing Wednesday. I know that we could go ahead and make the jokes and be like, what day is it? And it's hump day. I know, say it. But you know what? This week is, already halfway over. And just right around the corner is my favorite holiday, which is Thanksgiving. I really love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. I am excited. We're going to be traveling to Tallahassee and spending the holiday with my wife's family. So my kids are really excited to see their nana and their poppy, and it's going to be a really great time. So we're going to let give it a couple seconds to let people join us. If you are here joining us online tonight, just drop it in the comments. Say, hey, what's up? I would love to, to talk, to chat. And then if any time, you got anything you want to add to the conversation, don't hesitate to write it out. So all this week we have been talking about how to help children develop that gratitude muscle, really develop gratitude as, in my opinion is it is one of those superpowers for children to learn in order to become, adults that are successful. And, the definition I'm kind of using for successful is not just financially, although, for many people, financial success is a big part of, the goals that they have for themselves, or at least, us as parents, we have for our children. But, the definition for success we use is whatever it is that helps kids to live a fulfilled life. And I don't necessarily like to use the word like I want them to be happy. Happy is really, more of an emotion, and, we're not going to necessarily be happy all the time. That's just not possible. And I think in 2018, a lot of times we have a little bit more of a focus on that than is really, healthy. So I would much rather say I want, my own children to live a fulfilled life. Certainly happiness as an emotion is going to be a byproduct of that in many cases, but, there's always going to be ups and downs. But for the most part, I want them to be fulfilled. And in order to create that atmosphere, that ability for them to be fulfilled, it's important to me that they are also going to sorry, I don't know how to do that on my phone. Have gratitude as, their superpower muscle. So today, we are going to, go ahead and jump into the five ways, 5 real tips that I think that are going to be helpful to families in order to help kids to develop their gratitude muscle. And, yesterday I had kind of called all of us parents out. I called all of us adults out that in order to help kids, in order to be truly, successful at developing this muscle of gratitude, we had to have our act together. Not that we have to have it all the way together, but that we have to be demonstrating that we are also practicing gratitude as a habit, that we are working on it, that we are trying to grow and become more grateful people in our lives. So it may be, I don't know, I'm not meaning to put presumptions on you, but maybe if you were the type of person that maybe doesn't stop and, take stock of the, the blessings that you have, that certainly you don't have to be all the way there, today. You have to just be able to demonstrate that, look, over time, this is what I'm working on, and I'm working on this with you, my children, as well, So let's go ahead and just get right into it, because we're finally here after laying all of that groundwork, and it's time to talk about my favorite ways in order to help children to develop their gratitude. Creating gratitude traditions in your home is, such a wonderful way to teach children gratitude, and it's going to help them to ultimately start to look for ways to, to show gratitude on their own. And that's ultimately is we want that transference. A lot of things we do in the martial arts are designed to, help them learn how to develop that skill or that character trait in the martial arts, and then our goal is for it to transfer, have that transference into their everyday life. It started raining. That's pretty cool. Anyways, my window, I have 2 big windows right here in my office. So if you have a interference with noise, I apologize about that, but it's about to break loose. So, we're going to go ahead and talk about, I have 5 ways. We're going to talk about 3 today and then 2 tomorrow. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into it. I want to keep this video nice and short and sweet and really get to the meat of things today. So the first way that to help your children to develop gratitude is you can create an attitude of gratitude list or a journal. And so this one's really simple. I mean, obviously it's kind of self-explanatory, but you can keep a public family or a public family list up on the wall in your house, or you can start a family journal that basically allows all of the family members in your house, or even guests and people who come and come and visit you, to write or draw for the little ones, why they're grateful each week. And so that's a really great thing that they can do. And then, because it's not just the act, we want to go back and we want to make sure that we're self-reflecting on those things. You can actually read, or obviously if they drew it, show the contents of the journal to everyone at the dinner table one night or during family game night or something like that. Do it one night of the week, to honor both the one who showed gratitude and the one who deserves the recognition, for why we are grateful to that person. And it's starting to really come down. One of the cool things, and I like to, one of my habits is I like to show appreciation. One of my new habits, I don't want to say that's new, but it's one I'm trying to be more mindful of, is showing, my gratitude and recognition to my wife, Jessica. And one of the cool things that she did early on in our marriage is that she actually got this antique window pane and kind of decorated up and put on some frame wire and hung it on our wall. And we actually used dry erase markers in order to, to write whatever it is that we are thankful for, grateful for that day. And that window pane actually sits by the front door of our home. And it's just one of those things that, when we're leaving, if we have something grateful, we write it down, or we can glance and see those things that we, have an opportunity to be grateful for, and so we leave with the right attitude. And then at the same time, when we come home after a long day, sometimes things go crazy. We come home with, and instantly can, remind ourselves, what kind of attitude we want to approach our family with. And I'm very grateful to her for doing that, because it's something that I personally have enjoyed over time. And it's, because it's a great thing to remember. So that's the first one. You can create a gratitude list, or you can create a journal, and then use that. So the second one is, one that I think everybody's already really familiar with, and that's how gratitude table. This idea is simple, it's effective, and it's everyone's go-to at Thanksgiving. However, in order for it to be really, impactful, it's something that needs to be consistently done throughout the year. So it's essentially at a meal or family game night, or even if you're doing a family meeting or something like that, everyone gets around the table before dinner, and you allow each person to explain, why they're grateful for, who is he or she grateful for, and of course, what he or she is grateful for, whether it's a thing or, an event or an experience that happened. Parents, you're obviously, you're going to have to take the lead on this one, because you want to kind of give a little bit more conversation to it as to, why you're grateful for it, how, that kind of thing affects you, rather than, I'm grateful for the sun, I'm grateful for the moon. And of course, we're always going to be grateful for those things, but why? You know what I mean? Why is it that we're mentioning that thing today? If this is kind of speaking to you, give me some hearts and give me some loves. Just let me know. But like I said, this is simple and effective, but it requires that consistency. Consistency is always going to be the key. so that it's not just a once a year Turkey Day type of thing. And so the third thing that I really wanted to talk about today is another exercise that you guys can do is the gratitude calendar. Because, some families don't really have the opportunity or time for whatever reason in order to sit around a dinner table and go and do a gratitude table, because of time or logistics, whatever the reason. You can create a gratitude calendar, maybe get a desk calendar or, draw one, create one yourself on a piece of paper. And then allow everyone to write one thing every day that they are grateful for. And at the end of the month, it's a really great It's a really great thing to, experience and see, all of the blessings all at once, kind of like an all at once type of thing. And then what you realize is that, whether there was time for stress or something like that, then you have the chance to, really see that, all of those times I may have experienced challenges, all those times experienced, stress, we were also being overwhelmed with blessings at the same time. So, those are 3 things. I got 2 more that I want to talk about tomorrow. But, for all of those things, consistency is going to be the key, to staying the course. And as well as, frequency, even if it's once a month, that's better than, just every year, once at Thanksgiving. Like I said, tomorrow I'll have 2 more pretty good ways to help our kids to make, the habit of gratitude. But as always, I am super grateful for you. I'm super grateful that you spent the time to watch this video, and I hope that I brought some value to you. If I did, just don't hesitate to share this video with somebody. If you want to share with someone, just add them to the group, and I'll be happy to, to let them in. But, you guys give us the opportunity to do what we do here at Sidekicks, and I always think it's considered a blessing, and I'm eternally grateful for it because you guys get to let me live out my dreams, and I'll never take that for granted. So I want you guys to make it a powerful day. Tomorrow we'll probably hit this around 7:30, 8 o'clock again. I will post, tomorrow what the specific time is. But if you missed the first 2 videos, or obviously this, you came in late on this one, you can jump in and watch the replays. All right. Have a great night. And thank you guys for being members here at Sidekicks. We really enjoy having you guys as part of our family.